Aloha and good afternoon. Thank you so much for watching This Is Now. We're going to start today with some news out of Mauna Loa.
That's right. The eruption continues, but the flow has slowed down considerably. Mark Carpenter joins us with the latest from scientists. What can you tell us, Mark?
Yeah, Dylan and Ash, thank you very much. Significant developments from the team tracking Mauna Loa as the flow no longer poses a threat to the Daniel K. Inouye Highway. Now, the flow has been slowing down considerably every day for the last week or so, and right now it sits about 1.76 miles from the highway. The eruption continues out of Fissure 3, but the supply channel down to the flow has been cut off. Here's David Phillips with the USGS.
Our HVO field crews have been out in the morning since sunup making observations, and they've reported that while the eruption continues out of Fissure 3, the currently active fissure, the supply from Fissure 3 down to the flow front has been cut off. So Fissure 3 continues to erupt, but it's no longer feeding the major channel going towards the highway. Lava is coming out, what appears to be a reduced production rate, and it's coming around on the channel. You can actually see it with our YouTube live feed. That live feed has been going in and out, unfortunately, but you can see it now. Whereas yesterday you saw the vent and the fountaining and a really well-established and rapidly moving river of lava. You don't see that this morning. You'll see flows coming out. And right now those flows have not organized into a major channel or anything like that. So at this time, the flows are kind of just flowing out from Fissure 3, covering up previously erupted lavas. And there's no major organized new lava flow at this time.
Now, with that said, officials also reinforced that the eruption is by no means over, and that just appears to be a slowing of significant flow movement, and the situation can change at any time. Now, officials also addressed the fact that the fountains shooting out of Fissure 3 were shooting higher and higher last night, and that could be due to a number of factors, including some constriction down underneath. And so we'll see how this all unfolds. Mauna Loa just continues to dazzle.
Constantly a changing situation out there. And we want to take a few minutes to talk to you, Mark, because you actually went there and you probably got the closest to this lava flow to the edge of it. Tell us, what was that like?
Oh, just a dazzling, mesmerizing experience. And I think, because there have been, I believe, more than 20,000 vehicles that have already gone to the Saddle Road to check out the eruption over the last week and a half now. I mean, this is a full experience, and it starts with, when you're driving up Saddle Road. When I went, there was so much cloud cover from Hilo going up the road, and then you get to a certain point, a certain elevation, where you go above the clouds, and the Mauna just reveals itself. And it's a remarkable sight. It's amazing, and to have the opportunity to go up close, I'm still thinking about it, and it's still such a fresh experience for me because the sights of it, the sounds of it, just the feelings that you have, it really was dazzling.
Yeah, how that whole day played out it's kind of comical, and I'm so glad you were able to go there. And you were 10 feet away from the flow, basically. Were there any rules DLNR had for, about saying, be careful, because we've seen videos of boulders coming and rolling down from the flow?
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
And so when we got up there, the Department of Land and Natural Resources, they were very gracious with the access, and it was great that Ken Hahn with the USGS, the scientist in charge, he was there with us as well. And just looking at how the flow was moving, I mean, we've talked about how slow it has been going, 0.02 miles per hour. And so because of that, Ken has been tracking volcanoes throughout his entire career, so to see how it behaves and to see how the was moving so slowly, that's why we were able to get so up close. But he has such a good read on how it is behaving at the time. But, as officials keep mentioning over and over, this is so dynamic. So while it is moving slowly, and today, while it seems to be that the flow has stopped in areas threatening the highway, that could change at a moment's notice, so we'll just be keeping an eye on all of that.
Absolutely, and that's why officials are urging people to view the lava safely.
Yep.
Don't do anything dumb, just follow the rules. All right, Mark, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Let's get into some other news of the day right now.